What we've always thought was that we were designing a multi-platform experience, because this is the great convergence that's coming, right? You're going to be able to watch content on your phone, on your tablet, on your computer, and on your plasma screen. I don't know what we're going to call this thing. I think we need a new word. I don't know if TV is the right nomenclature, but when this convergence happens, we want to be in the vanguard. We want to be in the forefront of creating something new and very social. So from the very beginning, this is part of our plan, that we were going to create a product that we were proud of, and then we were going to get as much distribution as we could internally within HuffPost and AOL, and then we were going to start looking for external distribution, and whether that meant over the top, which were on Boxy and Roku and Samsung, and Xbox we're talking to. So we have those platforms, and then cable. There's a lot of people who still get their news and information from cable television. So we don't want to not be seen by those people. So that was really the general idea. And then we looked for a number of partners, and we met Mark Cuban, who is a really spectacular partner, because he's one of the few cable executives who's of the internet. He understands the internet. He's decisive, he's entrepreneurial, and he goes from his gut. And I love that about him. He doesn't get caught into some bureaucracy about swim lanes and who's this and who's what. He grabs the future, and I think that's one of the great things about him, and that's why we've partnered with Axis. Yeah, we very much see ourselves as an evolutionary platform, revolutionary and evolutionary, that we want to iterate as much as possible. We want to learn something every day. We don't want to have these big pendulum swings of changing it, but I mean, if you looked at when we launched in August and you look now, I think there's been a lot of changes, subtle, but a lot of changes. We have been building two businesses at the same time. On the one hand, we're building this live streaming network that does 12 hours a day that we think is going to be the next gen news source. At the same time, at the moment, VOD is a very big part of the online video business. So we take our segments and we cut them into small clips, and have them inserted and embedded into HuffPost articles and to AOL stories. And that's been going incredibly well. Since we launched, we've gone obviously from 0 video views to 51 million video views just in a span of 8 months. So it's going incredibly well. We're getting a lot of recognition. We were voted Mashable's biggest media innovation of 2012 after only 4 months. And today, when we're taping this, we won a Webby Award as the top news and information channel, going up against some competition such as the New York Times and Reuters. So it's nice to get that kind of recognition this early in our existence. HuffPost, these are the 3 main areas that we're really putting our focus on. One is HuffPost Live. One is our lifestyle brands, because HuffPost, a lot of people think of us as a political platform, but it's really not true. 90% of our traffic is not political, and we have some really great lifestyle brands, parenting and relationships and health and all those kind of things. We're here at the upfront, so there's a lot of audio happening around us. And then the other one is international. Just in the last year, we've expanded to HuffPost France, HuffPost Italy, HuffPost Spain, HuffPost UK, HuffPost Canada, and now we're launching next week a HuffPost Japan. And then this week we just announced a partnership with Berta for HuffPost Germany. So it's really one of the most exciting things that's happening with the Huffington Post.
What's the difference between digital and TV? What is a TV in 2013?